Bradley, what is the feeling one day after winning the time trial with the world champion in Jersey?
It's really satisfying, really satisfying. It's nice to win in that jersey because you're the best time trialist in the world by wearing the jersey, and to win in it just adds. It's a really, really nice feeling, yeah.
And today there is Tour of Flanders. How do you imagine this Tour of Flanders?
I think it's going to be like every other year. It's going to be tough, It's a tough route. We have one of the race favourites in Geraint Thomas there, so I think the tactic is pretty clear for us as to who we're going to ride for, and in some ways that makes our job really easy because we know exactly what we have to do.
Last year they changed a little bit the course, and there is lots of narrow road. We saw last year lots of crash. It can change something for this year also. I mean, last year was not the same race than the year before. I think it will be the same.
Yeah, I think every one of these races is the same. Crashes play a big part in it. Yeah.
The fact that Geraint Thomas won the Adrie Harelbeke just after Jan Stannard, the Omloop het Nieuwsblad, put the Team Sky in really the favourite position. The fact that Katusha won 5 times this last week make you have a little bit less pressure, you think?
I don't know. I think this race is so unique. It's so tough, and I think on this course it's very similar to E3, and I think it was clear who the strongest guy was there. So yeah, I think this team are really used to dealing with being the favourites and taking the race on. So it's nothing that's not new to us, and in some ways it's the ideal scenario for us because we're good at it. So I think, like I say, it makes our job a lot easier and quite clear about what we have to do and what the tactic is.
Why you dream more to win Paris-Roubaix than Tour of Flanders?
I just more from when I don't know. There's just some of the history and the romance involved with the race is like no other race, really. Yeah.
You look to be more relaxed this year, no?
Yeah. I think. Don't know really. I'm just getting older. Yeah.
Change a lot.
Maybe, yeah. I feel like I've achieved everything that I want to achieve, and I'm not constantly pushing to try and achieve something else. I don't think my career is going to be defined on what I do the next year now. It's probably already set, so I'm happy with that.
You spoke about your career. Do you think you have one of the most impressive career of the last years, because you have really different kind of victories, and it's not something we find with other riders now?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not really for me to decide, but yeah, I just enjoy racing my bike, and I think, yeah, it's tough to say. I don't know. Yeah.
But for you, it means a lot.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah.
The fact to have some different kind.
Well, I think it just shows versatility in different disciplines, and what kind of rider am I? I don't think people still don't consider me a worthy winner of the Tour, if you like. People always say, you can't climb, but if you win the Tour, then you have to go up some climbs, don't you? But so yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I don't really care. I'm not bothered either way. 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be sipping whiskey, watching it on the TV. So yeah, happy days there.
And you think the new cyclists should look for your example to?
No, not at all. I'm a bad example. They shouldn't do anything I do.
But the fact to have some different kind of victory, we saw a lot of.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I just think that's the way cycling is going. Guys tend to do a lot of different things now, and it's not too dissimilar to what people were doing 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Like in 1986 in the Tour of Flanders, when Le Monde was in the front group, people forget that, and he was there with Sean Kelly and all these guys, and so not the first person to have doubled up or anything. It's just in the modern day, the likes of Contador and that don't tend to do these races. So